What's going on, guys? Coming at you today with another video for the First Descendant. In this video, we're going to be going over all the new stuff coming in October. Stay tuned. Okay, so they just finished the dev live for the update coming on October 1st, and we have a lot of things to go over. Let's get into this. First and foremost, they are releasing the highly anticipated new weapons, the swords. Just like firearms, swords can be equipped with modules, they can have their stats readjusted, and you can unlock the weapon cores. The swords use the same weapon cores that the firearms currently do. There are three types of swords. There's the Shadow, the Deus Ex Manus, and the Hypernova. The Hypernova is coming at a later date, so they didn't show it off, but we did get to see the other two in action. The Shadow Sword is a fast sword, modeled to look like a katana. Its special ability is a Shadow Slice, where it dashes forward to strike enemies. Also included with this is a brand new class of skin called the Transcendent skin, which changes not only the look of the weapon like normal, but it also changes its effects and sound effects. Here you can see the one for the Shadow. As you can see, the actual graphics have been changed. The sound effects were a little buggy during the video, so we didn't get to showcase that, but they did say these sound effects would be fixed come launch. Next up is the Deus Ex Manus. This is a slower but more powerful sword modeled to look like an old school, like medieval greatsword. Its special ability builds up stacks, and then when maxed allows you to do a devastated overhead cleave. Here is its Transcendent skin. Both swords have a ultimate skin as well as the new Transcendent skin. Here's for the Shadow. And here's for the Deus Ex Manus. Included with this is also the Manus set of external components, which is designed specifically for melee weapons. Both of the swords and the new external component set can be farmed from the new upcoming Void Vessel. Which brings me to the new Void Vessel. First off, I would like to point out that we can now access Void Vessels directly from the world map. Holla frickin' Luya. So we're getting this new Void Vessel called the Medium-Sized Facility Zone, which was recently discovered by Hound. It comes in two different difficulty settings, normal and hard, just like the other one. This time, however, all of the new blueprint parts drop from both settings, not just one or the other like before. Note though that the drop rate percentage is higher on the hard mode version over the normal mode version, obviously. This new Void Vessel will feature a boss that attacks you using a sword similar to the Shadow Sword. Hover bikes can be used within this Void Vessel literally everywhere except within the final boss room. And of course, the special storage boxes are still littered throughout, like always. This update is going to give us 3 new trigger modules. Supply Fortress. When using a barrier type skill, recover rounds for your current firearm based on shield HP consumed and deals additional damage. So at its max, it has a 70% chance to recover 5% ammo and deals up to 150% additional skill power damage. Honestly, sounds like that could be pretty sick. We'll have to see. Next up, we have Wave Eruption. When using emission type skills, it grants a wave of eruption to self and deals additional damage proportional to the number of stacks to the target hit by the skill. At max, this reduces incoming damage by 11%, increases movement speed by 120%, and deals an additional 50% skill power per stack for 20 stacks. The final one, Rhythmic Step, kind of tells you who it's for just by the name. When using a rhythm type skill, grants Rhythmic Step on successful match of the rhythm timing, which at max gives an increase of 2% movement speed and 2% max shield per stack for 10 stacks. Just like the swords mentioned above, these can all be farmed within the new Void Vessel. The Legion of Breach has now been added to the laboratory and also to the weapon core elements, extra damage to, etc. They've also raised the maximum enemy count in the laboratory to 50 to make it easier for us to test out AoE builds, which is pretty damn awesome. Okay, for the new Void Abyss, we have the Lava Citadel, which is a modified version of the Molten Fortress. It uses various wide attacks across large sections of the map. When it burrows, it will create a fiery tornado, which reduces damage taken from those outside the tornado. Players must enter the tornado and destroy the 3 pillars as soon as possible. Failure to do so will result in a massive AoE attack. Okay, so one of the biggest new changes that's coming for me, one of the things I'm excited for, is there is now a new console in Anais' workshop that allows you to open amorphous materials automatically without having to defeat the colossi or run the reactors over and over and over again. This is amazing, honestly. I absolutely hate farming, like, Stunning Beauty or whatever stupid thing over and over and over again for hours on end, trying to get crystallization catalyst blueprints. So this is a very welcome change for me. You can even use your shape stabilizers, which is badass. Now, they said the reason they did this was because they realized that the old intercepts were useless or underutilized content. So they're planning a complete rework of hard intercept battles, and they wanted to separate the farming from the actual fighting. So if you want to take on the colossi, you can do that. But for those that just want to farm materials, this way it's not harder on them for no reason. So it's the best of both worlds. Also, the stats show that most of the higher level people queue up private, not public, which makes it harder for lower tier people to get anything done. This will hopefully make things more balanced for everyone. They said that this rework is currently in the works and will be included in next year's roadmap. They are removing weapon mounting optimization from reactors. As you can see here, the weapon mounting is gone. They said that the main reason they did this was to make it easier for new players to grow without being handicapped by specific weapons or lose the skill damage bonus. Currently, using a properly mounted weapon gives you a 160% boost to skill power. This has now been added permanently to all reactors, so nobody will be penalized regardless of what weapon you use. A very welcome change for me, I must say. The Executioner has been added to the Axiom planes, and he will now roam around like the others. Okay, let's move on to the monthly Descendant rework for October. This month we are getting Kyle. He's got some nice new changes. His first ability now goes for a longer distance, and it resets his jump, so you can use it consecutively in the air. His second ability is no longer held. It now spawns in front of Kyle and glides slowly forward, blocking all projectiles in his path. So basically you can shoot it out in a hallway, for example, and then just walk behind it shooting, and it just glides down the hallway in front of you and continues to keep you protected. Which is awesome, because one of the things I hate about that ability is having to hold that stupid thing, and you can't do anything while it's out. So a very welcome change indeed. His third now has a buff that decreases damage taken and increases movement speed. And his fourth now activates instantly when used mid-air. One of the biggest changes they made to Kyle, in my opinion, was they changed his superconductive bombing. Now it allows you to do controlled bombing while hovering instead of flying around in circles like a giant doofus. So, and I mean, let's look at this. Let's look at how badass that looks. I mean, seriously, who doesn't need that in their life? That's amazing. Ajax, SMO, and Bunny are also receiving tweaks or beef ups. Ajax has received a buff to both his skill power and his gun buff to bolster his previously lacking combat effectiveness. SMO's build-up speed has been slightly increased, and adjustments were made to allow him to perform more effectively in intercept battles. Bunny has had her durability adjusted some to make her less weak against boss mobs and elites. They are also finally removing that stupid slowdown to Bunny when she uses skills like Thrill Bomb, Electric Condense, and Superconductor, which is absolutely friggin' phenomenal. That stupid shit should never have been in the game in the first place. Running along, you hit Electric Condense, stops you like you hit a wall. So stupid. It never should have been a thing. Anyway, I digress. There is a new thing that is being introduced called the Event Pass. This will run for 4 weeks starting October 1st and will cost 1,000 caliber. Once you pay the caliber and level it up to level 30, you can claim a variety of bonus rewards, such as the new Transcendent weapon skins you saw earlier for the swords. Also a name card, paints, sprays, back and chest accessories, and growth items. The Event Pass will have its own set of challenges to level up, very similar to the Battle Pass. Alright, so there are 3 events coming in October. First up, on the 1st, we have the Albion Harvest Festival. Beginning on October 2nd, we have the New Sector Exploration. And coming October 16th is the General Store of Dreams. Note that also with this update on the 16th will be the Halloween decorations in Albion. Plus the Halloween event will begin, Halloween skins, etc., etc. The general store, as you can see here, you will get the Dream tokens, can be exchanged for various Halloween-themed items and more at Ananias' shop, just like always. And that's it for this video, guys. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Later.